From the very beginning, this simple declaration that Jesus is Lord has caused trouble. In the Roman Empire, Caesar was the Lord, the sovereign to whom everyone bowed. For instance, the tyrannical emperor Domitian established feast days in his own honor and insisted that all the population bow down to a graven image of him as God. The Christians refused because it would be a betrayal of Jesus, who is Lord over the emperor and the government, and persecution followed. Today, the gods have changed some, but the culture still demands that Christians bow down before them. Now, instead of an emperor, it's the secular order, or a democratic government, or preferred gender pronouns, or safe spaces. Instead of bowing down to a graven image of the emperor, the Christian is expected to offer due celebration to same-sex marriages and gender transitions. Now, just as then, believing Christians refuse because there is only one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all. But this refusal to bow to the secular gods didn't go over well in the first century, and it doesn't go over well now. Today, refusal to conform God's truth to the demands of the secular state gets tagged with labels like Christian nationalism, bigot, or hater. You could even be hauled repeatedly before government tribunals like the Christian baker Jack Phillips in Colorado. The goal is to silence Christians and keep us compliant. The secular left sees God's truth as a threat to their program of usurping God by reinventing humanity through permissive sexuality and identity politics. For decades, they have successfully rewritten history to make the Constitution relegate Christian faith to the four walls of the church and no further. They've successfully brainwashed a generation of students to believe that disagreement equals hate and that speaking the truth equals violence. It has created a cultural tide that pushes against basic Christian statements of truth and encourages Christians to remain silent so as to not be seen negatively. But hear this: the false gods of any age never voluntarily clear the stage for the truth of God. They always fight to the death for their power. So don't be intimidated. Let them call our insistence that Jesus is Lord of all Christian nationalism. As Martin Luther wrote in his great hymn, "A Mighty Fortress," we will not fear, for God has willed His truth to triumph through us. The Prince of Darkness grim, we tremble not for him. His rage we can endure, for lo, his doom is sure. One little word shall fell him. Jesus is Lord is a very short sentence, but it's a little sentence that changes everything if we believe it, live it, and proclaim it.